This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to make a quick video here to show you how to use the Target View Trades. Now, first of all, you're gonna, by this time, you've already gotten access to it, right? So you're gonna go to Target View Trades. If you don't already have charts, go here to Getting Charts. This is gonna take you to Trading View. Click on that button, will bring you to Trading View. Open up this window here. Right now, it's Easter, so right now they have a 70% off deal, which is way better than this. Just go to TradingView.com. And you get a better deal than this, but this is how you would go here and sign up. Okay, so the essential is just going to give you 2 charts, and it will give you up to 20 price alerts, 20 alerts at a time. The plus will give you 4 charts and 100 alerts. The premium is what I use. You don't need any more than that. If you're not going to need more than 4 charts, you don't need any more than the plus. The deal that they have right now is for a year. It's a really, really good deal. It's like 70% off. But anyway, you're gonna have to go get your charts. All right, that's one thing. You go through the setup. Now right in here, this, I'm redoing this, we had to change from Trading View Trades to Target View Trades. Trading View was a little too close to home, but Trading View Trades was a little too close to home for Trading View, and Google thought so too. So it's Target View Trades now. That's what you're on this website for. This will be updated. But anyway, go through here and watch the setup. I'm actually creating this video to put here in the setup page. And that is all you need to do there. Now for the chart, this is just a chart with no indicators at all on it. Once we enable your indicators, you're gonna go to Indicators, Invite Only. Just click on the TV trade one time. It'll be here in your Invite Only. Click on TV trade one time for the chart that you want it on. And you see by default, this is what it looks like, all right? If you're going into all-time highs, it's not gonna display any targets at all. It's not gonna display any box at all. It'll display just a little dot up here. Now let's just look at what this looks like inside the settings, okay? This is the default setting for it. Everything below here, you don't need to touch. Well, actually, everything below here, you don't need to touch. Okay, everything below this level right here, you don't need to touch. In here now, the warning alert and the trade alert, that's just information that's gonna pop up on your chart if you have those checked. Show alert for buying opportunities. Now, this was really designed for equities, for stocks, right? So you're gonna have just alerts on buying opportunities by default. All right, so the way it is right now, the arrows show up below the bar, below the trigger bar. And typically the way that this is gonna work is on the bar before the actual trigger, usually on a bar before the actual trigger, you're gonna get a notification. And I'll show you how this works. With TradingView, if you have like time-based charts, like a minute or anything like that, you can go here like this, and I'll put it right in here, and you can do a bar replay. So this is what it would look like in real time, okay? Well, not real time. This is, hang on, this is going way too fast. Let's do it 1 bar per second right now. All right, these are actual 30-minute bars, so it'd actually take 30 minutes for the bar, but it's gonna show you 1 bar per second so you can see what would happen. There, right there, you see you got the potential long coming soon on the bar before it, and then you get the actual trigger, all right? So once you get this trigger, what you get in here, this is the default stuff. It's got only 1 target up above it right here. This is MicroStrategy. So it's only got 1 target up above it because these are all-time highs. But if you go and look at this, you go in here and look at the properties, you can set the number of targets right here between 1 and 5. Now there's only 1 actual pivot above it, so you're not going to have any more than 1. Now there's a couple of things you can look at in here. We'll just go through that one to begin with, all right? You would choose the number of targets here. Now, if I enable the short selling on this, when it goes to a short position, you will have several different targets in there, okay? We have up to 5 because there are levels down below. So when you get to a shorting opportunity, it will show you that. But over here, you see it gives you long entry, the stop in dollars and cents, and a target, the first target. Now, again, let's go take a quick look at this. This information is over here, okay? It says in here, you can move this, so it's not over here. If you want to, you can move it to the center. Check that, and it'll move to the center. You can also move it to the left. You have to choose only one of those. It'll move it to the left. By default, it's going to be in the right. Okay, it's going to be over here by default. I kind of like it in the center myself. So that is a choice that you get to make. Now there's also another column, another row you can put in here, the risk reward, reward risk, okay? What this is going to show you is from the point of entry to the stop, that value, actually it's going to show you from the point of entry to the first target, the difference there divided by the difference between the point of entry to the stop, okay? That's what it's gonna do. And that gives you a risk reward here of 0.62. Now, usually you're gonna want a risk reward or reward risk of 1 or greater, okay? If it's 0.62, you have to look at the size of the stop, and the distance to the next target is really what's gonna show that, right? In this case right here, the next target's 1774.95. So 1774.95 is right here, was the next target on this one. So your risk reward is going to be pretty off because you really don't have any place to go. It doesn't have anything there really for targets. But if you were going on the short side, let's go back a little further and we'll go here, and it'll probably give multiple targets on the short side, okay? Right there, multiple targets on the short side. And the risk reward on this is 6.6. That's because your stop is so small and your first target is going to be way down here, right? Now, obviously this thing's on a tear, so you're not going to be shorting in here. And that brings me to the next thing. If you have a stock, well, first you're not going to be shorting at all for the most part. You're not going to be shorting with stocks, so you just shut off that, and you're only going to get long opportunities. You won't get any of these red arrows. But if you were trading futures, I'm jumping ahead. I don't want to do that. Okay, so that is how you handle that, right? So you have multiple targets and whatnot. Now, it's given a whole bunch of targets right here. From where it is, I don't know. Oh, it's from right over here. That's why it's given it. It's from back here, the last long trade, right? So the entry point would be right here, 750.77 is what it says, 750.77. Oh, it's right here, the close of this bar, right? Something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it is. The close of that bar is 750.77. That's where the entry point would be, and your stop would be right down here. Should be right about there, right? Stop 683.36, right around there in that area, right there. This risk reward is 0.83. Again, it's not the greatest risk reward, but you have to look at how big it is, the stop, compared to the distance to the pivot. That's what it's looking at. Okay, so it gives you the risk reward. It gives you the stop. This is actually in dollars or in points. If you're on a stock like this, it's going to give it to you in dollars. $67.41 is what the stop would be. For $1,000 stock, that's not very much. It's about what, 0.5%, something like that, 5%, something like that. I don't know, but I don't feel like doing the math right now. But yeah, what that's about. All right. Now the other things that you have in here, the other little toys you have in here, you can go to Classic View. Really, I'm going to take that off because most people don't even know what Classic View is. It displays a couple of prices here. I went to the table view. The table's a lot better. It gives you a lot more information. You can draw pivot labels right here. You'll see when that turns on. This shows where the most recent pivots are, and that information is used in the table here. This is to move the matrix around left and right. The bias level, that was one of the things that I was showing you a few minutes ago. Now that is really not so much for the equities, but you can use it for equities if you want, for stocks and whatnot. What it's going to do is, in places like this right here, where it might get flat and you might get a couple of trades triggering right after another in a flat spot, or if you have, let's just put some shorts on here because you might have gotten a short in here. When you have something like this going on in here, if you enable the bias level, I have it set to 55, which is a Fibonacci number. What it's going to do is just eliminate trades that do not occur. In this case right here, it would eliminate trades that do not occur, long trades, for instance, that do not occur above the 55, and short trades that do not occur below the 55. That's a 55 simple moving average. All right, so if you put a 55 simple moving average on, every trade that you see that's going long is above the 55, and every trade that you see that's going short is below the 55. Right, that was the idea, and it's more for futures than it is for stocks, to eliminate choppy periods. You don't get them as much with stocks as you do with futures. You don't get the choppy periods the same. So that is pretty much what it's all about. All right, you just have to throw the thing on your chart, and you don't have to put any indicators at all on it. Okay, by default, it's going to have all of that off. It's going to have that off, and it's going to have that off. This is what your default look is going to be. All right, if I shut it off right now, if I take this off the chart, And then I just go to indicators and I go to invite only and click that one time. It's going to come back on, and this is it, default. Now it only shows 2 targets by default. Again, to change that, you just go in here, go to properties, add right here as many as you want to see, up to 5, and it'll show all 5 if you want. Okay, that's how you use it. It's really a simple tool. You do not need to add any other indicators. You do not need to complicate this. This is a very simple tool. All right, one other thing I'm going to show you really quick is how to set alerts. When you set an alert, you go here to TV trades. You can't set alerts while this is on. You can only set alerts while you're in real time. Okay, you go here and you click on these 3 buttons like that, those 3 little dots. You go here to add alert on TV trades. Now down here, you name the alert, okay? Right here, like this would be MSTR 30 minute, right? It's a 30-minute chart. And that's how you add it. Now in here, you add the notifications. How do you want it to email? I mean, how do you want it to let you know when an alert happens? Do you want to show a pop-up? Do you want to send an email? Do you want it to send a message to your phone? Do you want it to play a sound? You know, what do you want it to do? Like when I'm working, I like to play a sound so I can hear the sound. I don't like to show a pop-up because I'm actually using my charts all the time and things pop up in front of me. But I know if I get a sound, I can go and look at it and see what's going on. The beauty of this, if you have it send an SMS or send you an email and you're not at your desk, like I'll hit create on this, right? What it's going to do is create an alert over here now. It's going to create right here, just did this Mr. 30 minute. So when this goes off, usually it's going to go off a bar ahead of the actual trigger. Like this right here, you see how this is a blue bar with a red background? That's going to let you know there's a possible long coming. It'll let you know right in the middle too. Every time you get the opposite color bar with the background, it's going to let you know there's a possible trade coming, right? And that's the message that you get, possible trade coming. So you have plenty of time. This is a 30-minute bar, so you have 30 minutes to get to your computer and get ready for this trade. And then this bar's got to close too before it's actually going to give you the trigger. So you have 30 more minutes to get ready for your trade. All right, that's the way that it works. So it's going to let you know a bar ahead of time most of the time to get ready. And then you can get to your computer and place your trade, or get it ready on your phone to place your trade. And then you put it on, and it's going to give you all the information that you need to put the trade on. All right, that is how it works. This is what the alerts look like in here. Okay, they'll trigger something like this will pop up, and the SPY 30 minute. This is when it triggered, where it triggered on the SPY earlier today. And you can see it's an awesome tool. It'll get you in the trades, great times. It gives you all the information you need to manage a trade. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, you can email support@targetviewtrades.com. Support@targetviewtrades.com. Okay. Thank you everyone for checking this out.